My name is Nicole Moxley. I go to Madisonville Community College. I chose to do my speech on discrimination of homosexuality. I chose this because it's pretty much an everyday conversation around my house. I have some family that believes that being gay is okay, while other family believe that it's not okay, and that it's against God. And so it's kind of a pretty big topic sometimes at like family occasions and stuff. So I chose this one just because it's the one I'm most passionate about. In reading one of the articles, in search of federal remedies for LGBTQ students who are victims of assault and harassment, and I read that 84.6 of LGBTQ students have reported being verbally harassed. That's more than 3/4 of the population. That to me just kind of just blew my mind. Going on to say 40.1% is physically harassed, 18.8% is physically assaulted, um, and that's making up a large population of a lot of students. Just just thinking about it in many ways, like that could be some of my friends, and that's probably is some of my friends, if and some of my family, to be honest. And then reading on, it says 75% has a decline academically. Sorry, 39% are truant, and 28% drop out. And to think that 1/4 of my high school class could drop out just because of being harassed or being assaulted in school because of their sexuality is kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing for not just me, but for honestly for people in general, to treat somebody of so little respect is honestly, to me, I can't, I don't understand why. I don't get why people would treat people of different sexuality any sort of different than the way they treat any other person. I think that we should all treat everybody the same, no matter their sexual orientation, their religious beliefs, their origin, their skin color. Honestly, I don't see why people treat people like that. Reading on a different article, Gino, sorry, Gino Seidel. I have no idea how to say that. I'm sorry. Intentions in social death in the ex-gay movement. Um, and something that really popped out to me, it said the ex-gay movement divides us and them into two basic groups, Christians and non-Christians. Yet it claims God is who makes these distinctions and treats them accordingly. And for me and what I've seen so far, that is so true in so many different ways. I have people say that they don't believe in gay, they don't support it of because of religion, um, because of that's the Christian thing to do. Um, I myself and I have no idea what I would call myself. I used to say that I was very Christian until I started hanging around some very radical Christians who believed very strongly in certain things, and I eventually stepped out because I didn't agree with it all. Um, so right now I would say that I'm questioning everything, um, but to believe in a God that says um, we're not supposed to treat people with respect, or we're not supposed to treat people the same. We're supposed to be very standoffish toward those people. I don't see any God or any sort of person of respect should say that. I don't see where they should be like, you should treat people like that. I don't see how a God would love that, or how he would even like that. Um, and I don't understand why people say, oh, I don't like that because that's what God would want. I don't agree with that because that's what God would want. I don't agree with that at all. I think if you believe in God, in the Bible it says to love one another as thy neighbor, and that's one of the commandments, and therefore, I mean, you should love people anyways. And so that just stood out to me quite a bit. And the last one, living a life of crime. Europe is the only country with 0% in criminalizing homosexuality. Uh, wow, first of all, that's the only country where the only continent where there is no criminalizing of homosexuality. And to me, um, that's kind of ridiculous because there's so many continents. There's so many continents, so many countries, so many places, so many states, and for them to criminalize people just because they cannot help who they love, just because they cannot help loving someone, or they can't help being who they are. I don't get why we should send them to jail or punish them or any sort of way. I don't see where they should be fined or anything. Um, and reading on it said that there were 80 countries that believe that homosexuality is punishable. Um, that's I believe there's like 100 and something countries, and so that means like only 20 or so. There's probably like a little bit more than 100, but only 20 or so countries that believe in homosexuality and that support it and they don't criminalize it. And honestly, I just have to say I'm pretty disappointed. Um, but for me, myself, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with being gay. I don't see why we should treat anybody wrong. I don't see why we should punish people for being who they are. That's why people hide. That's why people quit school. That's why people leave. I don't get it. So, thank you.